Okay. All right. So we are starting the class, and the good news is spring break is over. School starting from tomorrow. All right. So let me first share my screen also. Let's quickly start with that. So what all did you guys do during this spring break? I know what Myra did, but everybody else.
I didn't really do anything.
I'm sorry.
I didn't really do anything.
Ah, okay. Yeah, sometimes taking rest is also equally important.
I
Okay.
went to Oklahoma.
I'm sorry?
I went to Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Okay. Where in Oklahoma?
Broken Bow.
Oh, okay. That's good. Okay. So, do you guys remember? Okay. Sanya would not remember, but do you guys remember what did we do yesterday?
We did graphing. Yeah, graphs.
Graphs, line chart, and
Yep.
also we did bar chart, then line
Pictograph, right?
and picture graph. Yes. So what we can do is, since you guys are a little sad with spring break being getting over, we'll keep it a short class. Okay, maybe 35-40 minutes class. Will that help? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
I know Sanya is just returning home, so she still must be tired. Okay, so let's get started. So what we will do first is we will do tables quickly. Okay. No, we did tables yesterday, so fine. We will let's touch upon what are the things that we have done in last 2 to 3 weeks. Okay, and you guys will help me recall what all we have learned. Okay, and then some of those will be part of the test that we will have maybe in a week or two from now. So that's why I'm trying to do a recall of what all we have learned so far. So let me share my screen quickly. So you guys will tell me what all we have learned in last 3 to 4 weeks. Okay, let's try recalling that and then see if anybody has any questions with what we have learned. Okay, and then we'll try touching upon those topics and see if there's any clarification that you guys need. Okay, so start thinking about what we have learned in last 3-4 weeks. I can give you guys some clue. We learned about measurements. Yeah, this is where we learned about metric system and customary system. Yeah, what else did we learn? Power. Yeah, do you guys remember or you don't?
We do.
Okay, then we learned about data representation and interpretation. Data representation.
We also learned about fractions.
Yes, and interpretation. So when I talk about data representation, that is where we talked about the graphs, the picture graph, the line graph, and the bar chart. Okay, and then as Kavyan said, we also learned about fractions. Okay, all right. What else did we learn in last 4-5 weeks?
To decimal. We learned fractions to decimal.
Fractions to decimal. Did we learn decimals to fraction?
No.
Or we learned the other way around. We learned decimals to fraction, not fraction to decimal. Correct?
Yeah, we need to learn. Yeah, we learned decimal to fraction.
We learned how to convert this into this, but we did not learn how to convert this into this. Correct? Okay. So converting decimal to fraction. sorry, fraction to decimal, we will learn after, let's say, we can probably plan to learn next week. But whatever we have learned so far, let's see who has any doubt about what we have learned. So we have learned about charts, graphs, we have learned about fraction, we learned about power, we learned about measurement. Is everybody clear about these topics, or you have any doubt?
Yeah.
What does a yeah mean? You are clear or you have doubt?
I, I understand.
Say it again, Nishan.
I understand.
You understand. Okay. Is everybody also comfortable with what we have learned so far? Can I ask some questions? Okay. Let's see. Again, when I'm asking question to you guys, that doesn't mean that I don't, I mean, I have any doubt. My only intention for asking question is to know if there's something that I need to explain you guys better. Okay. So let me share my screen, and everybody should be un, unmuted. Okay. Just make sure that not everybody is talking together. If you hear somebody talking, stop, wait for your turn, but everybody should be unmuted. Okay. And let me ask some questions. If I have this, how, what will be the equivalent in fraction? Anybody can say. When I
2900s.
29 hundredths. Okay. And this is the right answer. And if you guys want to follow the approach that I take, it is always I will write 0 to 9 whatever we have without the decimal, and I will put a 1 for the decimal, and then I'll count the number of digits I have. So 1 2 digits after decimal I have, so I'll put two zeros. That is how it becomes 29 by 100. Okay. Somebody saying something? Yeah, Ishan.
I used the bathroom.
Yeah, sure. It has just been 5 minutes in the class, right? I would want you guys to come prepared for the class. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, you can use washroom right now. It's fine. Let me see who remembers what we have learned so far. 2 to the power 4. What is the value of this? And I don't want the answer. If you don't have to raise hand, just go ahead and say it. Go ahead and give your answer. That's okay.
16.
So this is where I see. I know the answer is 16, but I don't, as you would have seen, right? I don't so much interest in knowing the answer. What I want to know from you guys is 2 to the power 4 is equals 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. Okay. And then you guys know how to get
What?
to 16. Okay. Now, nobody has to raise hand. Nobody has to do anything. You just give your answer. Okay. So that, otherwise, if you keep raising hand, it keeps giving beep beep sound in between, and I would not know what's going on. So everybody should be unmuted. Let's. What's going on? What is going on? Nobody has to raise hand. You just stay unmuted and go and talk. Yes or no?
Can I go to the bathroom?
What is that?
Can I go to the bathroom?
So again, a very serious message to you guys. It's been just 5 minutes in the class, and I hear about two bathroom breaks. Not acceptable. You can go now, but next time onwards in the class, I want everybody to come prepared. Make
Okay.
sure that for next 30 minutes, before 30 minutes of the class, nobody is in a hurry to go to the bathroom. Okay. It's a very short class. I'm already making it a 40-minute class for you guys. Out of that, if you go to bathroom 3 times, it becomes a 25-minute class. Okay. All right. Now, let's say,
Can I go?
I'm sorry.
Can I go?
Yeah, yeah, sure. Go ahead. But next time onwards, come prepared. Okay. Now, if I have 2 to the power 4 into 2 to the power 7, What is the value of this? Who can tell me?
2 to the power of 11.
I agree.
Okay, 2 to the power 11. That is the right
I
answer.
also agree.
It's okay. You don't have to say agree. You say your answer and then we'll see. Now, 2 to the power 4 into 2 to the power 7 is 2 to the power 11. How? Because you check always the base. Base is the same and you are multiplying. So the exponent or the power gets added. So that is how it is 2 to the power 11. So
I
now,
have
if,
a question.
yeah, sure.
Is this just like fractions? If the base is like the same, you also put it. It's just like fractions, right?
Let's not mix that. Okay. Right now we're not talking about fractions. So we'll when we come to fraction, we'll talk about it. Okay. See, fraction is different. This is a whole number. We are talking about whole number here, right? So let's not mix these things. Very simple thing is you look at the base. This is the base 2, and then look at the power. And if the base is same, you'll add the power if you're multiplying. Okay. Fraction is different. Okay. Fraction is totally different. We'll come to that. Okay. Now, if I say 3 to the power 2 into 2 to the power 3, what is the answer for this? I mean, how do you
Uh,
solve this?
so can I just solve it and like tell you the answer? Because we're not like, in class. So.
Solve it and tell me how did you get that answer. You have to explain both.
Okay.
I got 72.
About 72. Okay.
Okay. And how did you get that?
I made 3 times 3 and then 2 times 2 times 2 and
Mhm.
multiplied those two numbers in.
And why did you not add the power? Why did you not add the power like what you were doing before? Because the
Like,
base is
they weren't
different.
the same numbers.
Yeah, these are base is different. Okay. The power to this is power to 3 and this is power to 2. Okay. So that's why you cannot add the power. If the base is same, if it is 2 to the power 8 into 2 to the power 7, then you add the power because the base is same to which you have put the power. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now,
I also got 72.
wonderful. Does anybody know what is the value for this? Do you guys remember what we do in case of a division?
You subtract the numbers, the
Subtract
powers.
the exponents. Yeah, if the base is same, you subtract the exponents. So it becomes 2 to the power 74 minus 8. And whatever it is, 2 to the power 68, 66. That's it. You have to stop there. You don't have to keep on multiplying 2 into 2 into 2 66 times. Okay, don't do that. That will be waste of time. Okay, now we learned about measurement. Can somebody tell me how many? Okay, I'm talking about the customary system. Okay, customary units. And I'm talking about distance. What are the units you have for distance? If I can give you some clue, the smallest is inches. What else do you have?
Feet,
Hmm.
meter,
In wait, the biggest one is miles.
yards.
Miles is bigger than yards.
Uh,
Okay.
there's more.
And somebody said meter. Don't
Yeah,
say meter because
wait.
meter is in
Metric.
metric system, not in customary one. Okay. So if you're talking about distance, you're talking about inches. Come on. Inches. You're talking about foot. foot or feet, whatever. Okay. If you want to know how many units
You're lagging. You're lagging a lot.
You're lagging again.
Yeah, you're lagging a lot this time.
Why do you need to change?
I don't know. You're lagging a lot.
We can't hear you.
Yeah, you're lagging. I don't hear you now. It's like stopping the voice.
okay, and you don't. Everybody doesn't have to go shout.
You lagged again.
Can everybody hear me? Okay now.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh.
now it lagged again.
Now it's better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you can hear me. That's enough. I
Yeah.
don't have to sing here. That's fine. So for distance, the units are inches, foot, yard, and mile. Okay. And I know Sanya has attended very few classes, so let me see how much Sanya remembers. Sanya, do you remember how many inches make 1 foot?
12.
12. Very nice. How many foot or feet make 1 yard?
3.
Very nice. How many yard makes 1 mile?
I don't remember.
17. Who remembers? Let's see. Who remembers how many yards make a mile?
2,740.
No, 1,000.
Wait. Stop guessing. If you there are only two options. You remember or you don't remember, okay? So yeah, it is 1760. 1760 yards make a mile, or you can say 5280 feet make 1 mile. Either of the two. Okay. So basically, if you multiply 1760 by 3, that makes it 5280. Okay. So either you say 50 to 80 feet make a mile, or 1760 yard make a mile. Okay. So you put 12 inches together makes 1 foot. Put 3 feet together makes 1 yard. Put 1760 yard together, that makes a mile. Okay. Okay. Now let's look at weight. I'm still talking in customary system. Okay. Okay. What are the units for weight in customary system?
Pounds.
Mhm.
Ounces.
Ton.
Tons.
Tons is way too far. What
Oh.
is after ounce? Pound.
Pounds.
And then comes
Kilogram.
ton.
Yeah.
Okay. How many ounce make a pound?
Um.
16.
Yes.
Yeah.
How many pounds make a ton?
2,000.
2000. So these are the conversions that you guys have to remember. Okay. Because there is no easier way to remember that. There are only two ways. One is you memorize it, and second is you do enough maths, you do enough sums, you practice enough, you talk to people. Now, when you get time, okay, you can go and talk to your parents, say, hey, do you know what? I have learned how many ounce make a pound. So it's 16 ounce make a pound. Let me show you a pound. And then you can actually play with it. Say, okay, fine. Let's take 1 pound of, let's say some some food grain or something. Okay. Okay, let me divide into 16 equal parts. So one part of that will be an ounce. So if you play with it, that is how it will become yours. If you just hear me and then wait for the next class, you will forget. Obviously you cannot put 2000 pounds to make a ton. That'll be creating too much of a mess at home, and you will not probably have that much this thing. But yeah, uh, you'll have to basically play with it. You have to discuss with people. You have to exchange information. You can just go and catch hold of your friend. Okay, say, okay, convert a ton into ounce. Tell me how many ounce you'll have in a ton. And then that guy will struggle. And then you say, okay, fine. See, if you put 16 ounce, that makes a pound. and 2000 pound makes a ton. So if I have to convert a ton into ounce, I have to multiply 16 by 2000. So that is 32,000 ounce make a ton. Okay, so you play with it. Math is not to get scared of or to get worried about. Okay, let's look at the volume part of it, and this is the fun. Okay, I know many of you will probably struggle, and that's okay because I also struggle. Okay, what is the smallest unit in volume? Who all drinks tea at home? I do. You
Tablespoon. Tablespoon.
no.
Tablespoon.
The smallest is tea.
Teaspoon. Teaspoon.
Teaspoon.
Then comes tablespoon. Okay. What comes after that?
Tablespoon.
He just put tablespoon.
Oh,
Teaspoon, then tablespoon. After tablespoon, what comes next? Ounce. Then after that comes cups. After that,
Then quarts.
quarts.
And then
no, no,
and then
Gallons.
gallons.
no. You guys are rushing for it. Teaspoon, tablespoon, ounce, cups, pints. Then comes quarts, and then comes gallon. Okay, so you guys missed something in between.
Oh,
Okay, so
Okay.
teaspoon, tablespoon, ounce, cups, pints, quarts, then gallon. Now, do you know how many teaspoons make a tablespoon? Three. How many tablespoons make an ounce? Two. How many ounce make a cup? Eight. How many cups make a pint? Two.
So,
How many pints make a quart? Two. How many quart make a gallon?
four.
Four. Yeah. So these are the things. Here I cannot help. You'll have to remember it. Okay, that's the only way. So you have to know which one is the smallest unit and how it keeps moving up. Let's say if you have to, um, you guys would have seen gallon, right? Gallon, you would have heard about it. Whenever you go for a long drive or go to the gas station with your parents, they put gas. Say, okay, I am putting 5 gallons. So gallon is the biggest unit that is used for measuring liquids. Okay, and you can always argue or tell your parents, okay, why to put 1 gallon? Let's put 2 quart, which will be half of a gallon. When you discuss, that stores in your memory. Or whenever somebody says, okay, I got 2 gallons of milk. So you can say, okay, 2 gallons of milk. 1 gallon is 4 quart. Okay, so that means 8 quart of milk. Okay, so 2 gallons is equal to 8 quart. If you don't think, if you don't relate, if you don't discuss, you will hear me today, you'll forget tomorrow. Okay, like teaspoon tea. I was asking, right, who all you drinks tea? Obviously I know you guys are too small to drink tea. Only elderly people like me drink tea. So when I'm drinking tea, I know this the smallest unit that I use for measuring the tea powder or or sugar, that is using teaspoon. People say, right, how many spoons of sugar you want? People say 2 spoons. So that is nothing but two teaspoons of sugar. Okay, imagine somebody asking for 2 tablespoons of sugar. That will be like 6 spoons of sugar. That will be just too much, right? So tablespoon is something similar to the spoon that we use for eating, which is little bigger in size. Okay, so teaspoon is smaller spoon, and 3 teaspoons make a tablespoon. Then if you put 2 tablespoons together, that makes an ounce. 8 ounce together makes a cup. So, see, at our home, we have different sizes of cup, right? So, you cannot say every cup is that same cup that we are talking about. But as per the customary system, there is a standard size for a cup, which is equal to 8 ounce. Okay. All right. So this is the sequence that you have to remember. Now, if somebody says, let me delete this. If somebody says, how many pints are there in 2 gallon? Who will tell me?
8. 8.
Two
No,
gallon.
60.
Don't rush. As I said, you have to use the same technique called TRAN. Trust, read,
Trust, read,
read,
analyze, and Nike.
and then Nike. So
Why?
before you go to Nike, that means you have to read it a couple of times. It's okay to take 2 seconds extra, 5 seconds extra, but it's not okay to give wrong answer. Okay.
Yes.
So here we are talking about how many pints are there in 2 gallons. You have to quickly recall. Okay, here the question is how many pints are in 2 gallon? I know that 1 gallon has 4 quart, and every quart has 2 pints. So that means 1 gallon has 4 into 2 pints, right? You know the sequence, right? 2 pints make 1 quart. 4 quart make 1 gallon. So that means 4 into 2
Is it 8?
into 2. Because every gallon, see, look at this. Now let's look at it. This is what you will do, right? Okay, you'll say 1 gallon is equals 4 quart. Yeah. Now every quart is equal to 2 pint. So what you found is 1 gallon equal to 4 into 2, 8 pints. What was the question? How many pints are there in 2 gallons? So if 1 gallon has 8 pints, 2 gallons will have 2 into 8. This many pints? That'll be 16. Did you guys get it? Or it was only me who is getting it? What I mean by that is, am I making myself understand, or are you guys able to follow me? Do you want me to do it one more time? Can you guys hear me okay? Okay. Oh. So Gaushika and Kavyan are giving a thumbs down. That means there's something that is not understood, right? Arnav also did not understand it. Okay, so let me do it one more time.
No, we meant to say that we got it.
Yeah, we got it.
Arnav, how about you? You also got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We
Then
didn't
I
want to do it again.
I also got it.
then I can do this. That I probably made you guys understand, but you gave me a thumbs down. Okay, no problem. I was just kidding. All right. So again, this is very simple. Okay, this kind of questions will come. And trust me, no question comes very difficult. It's just a matter of how we tackle them. Okay. Now let's look at some of the metric units. Okay. So do you guys remember that song that I made you guys sing few days ago? I'm talking about the metric system. Do you guys remember the song? Milli, centi, decimeter, deca, hecto, kilometer. Now, deca, hecto, kilometer. See, the song is this: milli, centi, decimeter, deca, hecto, kilometer. Just remember the sequence. Now, this is for distance. I'm saying meter. This is for distance. Okay. The smallest unit is millimeter. Then comes centimeter. Then comes decimeter. That is meter. After that, deca stands for decameter. Hecto stands for hectometer, and then kilometer. So milli, centi, decimeter, deca, hecto, kilometer. Okay. This is a sequence. Now, this is for distance. If you are talking about weight, what will you do? You will just replace the meter with gram. So wherever you have millimeter, that becomes milligram. Centimeter becomes centigram. Decimeter becomes decigram. And then meter becomes gram. So every meter you are replacing with a gram. So milligram, centigram, decigram, gram. Decameter becomes decagram. Hectometer becomes hectogram. Kilometer becomes kilogram. Okay. So that's why the sequence is very important. Milli, centi, deci, meter, deca, hecto, kilometer. Okay. And then if you're talking about weight, you'll replace meter with a gram. If you're talking about volume, what happens? Then millimeter becomes meter becomes liter. So milliliter, centiliter, deciliter, liter, decaliter, hectoliter, kiloliter. Do you remember this song? Do you recall this song or you don't? Somebody has to say yes or no. You remember?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I no,
What is that?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? So you have to sing with me then. So everybody will sing with me now. Okay. Whoever doesn't remember, that's okay. So let's start from the beginning. Everybody unmute. Milli, centi, deci, meter. Sing with me.
Millicentimeter. Oh,
Milli, centi,
Decimeter.
deca, hecto, kilometer.
Deca hectomillimeter.
No, 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 no. Slow, slow. Milli, centi, deci, meter,
Millicentimeter.
deca, hecto, kilometer.
Meter.
Okay. I think we'll have to do one by one. I think everybody is doing it together and nobody will probably follow. So let's start with Ishan. Ishan, you sing it for me. Let's see what you remember, what you heard.
Oh wait, I forgot.
Milli, centi, deci, meter,
Yeah.
deca, hecto, kilometer.
Milli, deci, centimeter.
Milli, no, no, milli, centi. Milli,
Yeah.
centi, deci, meter. Milli, centi,
Yeah.
deci.
Yeah, that's what I did.
No, you said deci, then you said centi. Okay. So
I,
milli, centi, deci, meter, deca, hecto, kilometer. Okay. Now let's go to Sanya. Let's hear Sanya. Do you remember what I was singing?
Yeah.
Can you repeat?
Millicenti, decimeter, deca, hecta, kilometer.
Wonderful. Let's hear it from Myra also. Myra, do you remember the sequence?
yeah.
Go ahead.
Millicenti, decimeter, deca, hecta, kilometer.
Wonderful. Kavya and Goshika, can you sing that for me?
Okay,
millicenti, decimeter, deca,
deca, hecto,
Kilometer.
kilometer. Let's go. So
Okay, let's hear it from Arnav also. Arnav, can you sing it for me?
I forgot.
Sing it with me then. Milli, centi, deci, meter.
Decimeter,
Milli, centi,
millicenti,
deci, meter,
decimeter,
deca, hecto,
deca, hecto,
kilometer.
kilometer.
See, why I was making everybody sing was because if we all pay attention, if I miss one chance when the second person sings, I will recall. If I miss that chance also when the third person sings, I will recall. If I miss that also when the fourth person sings, I will recall. So if I'm not recalling it, that means I'm not paying attention. Let's pay attention. Okay. Now, and this is the crux of the entire metric system. Okay. If you remember this sequence, milli, centi, deci, meter, deca, deca, hecto, kilometer, kilometer. Okay. So now when we look at distance, I will put meter. So millimeter, centimeter, decimeter, meter, decameter, hectometer, kilometer. If I'm talking about weight, I will replace meter with a gram. So this song becomes milligram, centigram, decigram, gram. I'm replacing meter with gram, so it becomes gram. Decagram, hectogram, kilogram. If I'm talking about volume, I will make it liter. So milliliter, centiliter, deciliter, liter, decaliter, hectoliter, kiloliter.
Mm.
So here the thing that you should know, keep in mind is, if I'm talking about customary system, for distance, for weight, and for volume, I have a very different set of units that is used, and I have to remember the conversion, which one is bigger, which one is smaller, and how many of what makes what. But if you look at metric system, there is only one sequence: millicenti, decimeter, decahectokilometer, and you can use that for weight, for distance, and for volume. All okay. You will just change. You will use meter for distance. You will use liter for volume, and you will use gram per weight. Okay. Now what you have to remember, what you can see here is 10 milliliter or millimeter makes 1 centimeter. Let's look at meter, distance. Okay, so 10 millimeter makes 1 centimeter, 10 centimeter makes 1 decimeter, 10 decimeter makes 1 meter, 10 meter makes 1 decameter, 10 decameter makes 1 hectometer, and 10 hectometer makes 1 kilometer. So here only comforting fact is that every unit, when you move up, you have to have 10 of that. Okay, so if you have seen your scale, the ruler that we use for drawing lines, you would see one side is centimeters, and you will see every centimeter has 10 small lines. Okay, those small lines represent 1 millimeter, and what you see is 1, 2, 3, 4. That is the centimeter part of it. If you put 10 centimeters together, that makes 1 decimeter. And if you put 10 times of decimeter, meaning 10 into 10, 100 centimeters together, that makes it 1 meter. Okay. So here, the good thing is every unit is just multiple of 10. Okay. That's the only comforting fact. That's why one song, if you remember correctly, you'll be able to use distance, you'll be able to use it for weight, and you'll be able to use it for volume, all the three. Okay. Wherein for customary systems, you have to understand and remember all the different conversions. Yes, Ishan.
Yeah, I didn't mean to raise my hand. Sorry.
Okay. All right. So are you guys clear about it? And
Yes.
if you're not, the only option is go through the video one more time after the class. And if that is still not helping, watch the video of the previous class also, where we were doing some of the sums together. And that also doesn't help, then the only option is your teacher here. Okay. So that is when you will ask me the question in the next class, and I will try answering that. Okay. All right. So these are the things. Okay. Now we talked about the metrics. We talked about the measurement. We talked about the graph. We talked about power. Let's look at some fractions also. Let's see if you guys remember the song and dance that we did with fractions. If I have to do this plus 3 by 8, don't have to give me the answer. Tell me how do you go about it. Just tell me the approach, step by step. What all you do? Who wants to tell that? What do you do first? Somebody has to unmute. Yeah, yeah. Gasika, Kavyan, you want to say?
No.
No, no. Try. It's okay. I mean, see, if you make mistake, I will correct it. That's fine. I just want to know. I want you guys to make attempt. Okay, who wants to say? Let's see. Who's raising hand? Ishan.
Is it wait, can you go back to the thing? Like I want to answer it. I think it's eight I mean yeah, 5 out of 13.
5 out of 13. Don't do that. That is crime. What you did was you added numerator and you added denominator. That means whatever we have learned for adding fractions, you totally forgot that. Let's see if somebody can say something. Who's raising hand? Moira, you
I think I can solve the problem.
you don't have to solve the problem. What I want to know is how do you go about it? You just tell me the step by step. What will you do first?
So first, I find check the denominators and see if they're not the same number,
Uh-huh.
and if so, I'm gonna find the LCM of both.
Okay, so you will first find the LCM of both the denominators because these are not same numbers. Okay, so let's say you found LCM as 40. Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, that's the first thing you did. You found LCM. What next?
So then I had to convert 2/5 and 3/8 into. I had to make 2/5 and 3/8 out of 40. So I multiplied 2/5 by 40, and I got 16 over 40,
Okay,
and
don't,
I
no. So you are doing it right, but actually don't do that way, right? What we do is first step is find the LCM, and then you pick the once you found the LCM, you pick the first number. Look at the denominator 5. How many times of 5 makes 40? 8.
8.
You multiply that with whatever you have in the numerator. Okay, so that is why it becomes 16. I know whatever you are doing, you will get the same answer. I know that, but I'm just telling the approach. Okay, now first number is done. What will you do? Again, put a bracket. Pick the
I'll
second.
repeat. I'll repeat like the same process I did with 2/5,
Okay,
and I'll get 15. And
yeah,
then I just have to add it, and I'll get 31 over 40.
yeah, okay, yeah. So you got it right, and okay. Let's see, Goshika and Kavyan. You guys also had raised your hand. Is that the right approach?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Ah, okay. Now let's do one more sum. I have 2 by 9 minus 1 by 6 plus 3 by 8. Who can solve this? Again, you don't have to solve it. You have to just tell me the approach. I will just do it step by step like what you guys say. And this is the last sum of the day, okay? Then you guys can break. Now tell me who can tell me who can help me solve this problem. Same approach. All the denominators you look at, they are not the same. So we will
So we have
find the
to do we have to do a LCM?
no, you should not be asking me this question that do we have to. You will say that we will find out the LCM first. Okay.
Okay.
So the LCM would be okay. Let's pick up one number 3. 3 twos are 6, 3 threes are 9. 8 remains 8. Now can pick up the 2 as a small number. 2 ones are 2, 3 remains 3, 2 fours are 8. Now I can pick 3. 3 ones are 3, sorry, 3 ones are 3 and 4. Then I pick 4. 1, 1, 1. What is LCM here?
3, 2, 3, 4.
Just
3,
a
2, 3,
multiply.
4. That is
Yeah.
72. 3 2s are 6, 3s are 18, 4s are 72.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, now let's look at the first number. See again, what I'm trying to do here is trying to do addition and subtraction both together. Okay, and nothing changes. We can do exactly the same way how we were doing addition. Okay. Now, pick the first number. Look at the denominator 9. How many times of 9 is 72? 8. Who doesn't remember the table? Multiplied by numerator. Okay. Are you guys with me or I'm solving it for myself?
What do we do?
Okay. Okay. So first number I picked two. Once I got the LCM is 72, I picked the first one, first fraction. How many times of
It would
this
be
is 72?
12 times 1.
Yeah. Then next one will be 12 times 1. Very nice. What will be the next one?
The next
Again,
one,
remember the
9
sign.
times 2.
you'll keep the same sign. Okay, here you had a minus, so I put a minus. Okay,
9
now the
times
sign is plus. 9 times 3.
3.
Now look at this. 8 times 2 is 16, minus 12 times 1 is 12, plus 9 times 3, 27. Divide by 72. Now you guys know what to do, right? So be it addition or subtraction, it's all the same. Nothing changes. Now, whatever Ishan was trying to do, that is what you can do if you are doing multiplication. Okay? You will not add. You will just say, okay, whatever I have in the numerator, I will multiply with the numerator of the other fraction, and I'll multiply the denominator of this one with the denominator of the other one. That's all. Once I have it, if you want to break this into small fractions, so you can say 2, you can write 8 as 4 into 2 because you want to play tic tac toe. This 4 and this 4 will be gone, and it becomes 2 into 2, 4 by 3. This is the answer. Okay. So we saw fractions, we saw measurement, we saw bar chart, we saw power. So we just did a recap of whatever we have learned in last 3, 4, 5 weeks. Anything that we discussed so far, anybody has any question with that, any doubt? Somebody is crying. Why?
We can't hear you again. You're lagging.
Yeah. You're lagging a lot. Like it just stopped your voice.
We can't hear you at
Yeah,
all.
like you are frozen.
Yes.
Everybody gets it. He's lagging. That's it.
Yeah. Can you guys hear me okay now? Can you
Yeah.
guys hear?
Yeah.
Okay. My internet has been little patchy for last few days. Okay. So I hope whatever we covered, you were able to hear me okay. And you,
You're lagging a lot.
Yeah, you're lagging again.
Yeah,
okay.
we get it.
We can't hear
Okay.
you.
All right. Can you hear me okay now?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm saying we just did a recap of what we have learned in last 3, 4 classes. And that brings us to the end of this class. And we will meet again on next Saturday. And all of you, just information for you all. On Wednesdays, I do a catch up class. If any of you have any doubt, if you want to stop by, ask any specific question, 6 to 7 p.m. on Wednesday. Tell your parents that this is free. I am not going to charge for that. Okay. So Wednesdays, every Wednesday, 6 to 7 p.m. If you have any question, if you want to stop by, ask questions, you are welcome. We'll do that in the classroom. Okay. All right. Okay. So that brings us to the end of the class. We will meet you guys again on Saturday and wait for the assignment, and then we will take it from there. All right.